Tonight on Sevens Big League, round 19 sees crippling injuries to Tony Atris and Rene van Dommel as heavy conditions dominate suburban ground matches. At Richmond, West ploughed through the mud to come within a whisker of upsetting both the Roosters and the critics. A gutsy effort, but all in vain as the blood slipped firmly into mothballs for season 86. In the best of conditions at Footy Park, the Bulldogs made it 6 straight, but only just. Once again this year, the Panthers threatened to thwart the Bulldogs' finals drive. Sheer brute strength saw the Magpies trounce the Double Blues at the Adelaide Oval. Stirred were goalless in the second half as Port retained their slender grip on the 5. Woodville and Torrens slogged out a beauty at the Woodville Oval. The Warriors had to summon all forces to overcome the revived Eagles and send the historians home to rewrite the record books. Down at the Bay, the Redlegs faced a fight for survival against the informed premiers. The Legs hadn't won at Glenelg since '77, but were prepared to back their chances in a quagmire. Peter Marker has more details.
Yes, it really is incredible, Rick. 9 years since they've won there, and it was very important for them to win because they've lost, in fact, 4 games in a row, and that's very unlike the Norwood Football Club. But they played twice this year, Glenelg and Norwood. In round 1, Glenelg won by 39 points. In round 10, Glenelg won by 12 points. Now, could Norwood change the tide and get a victory against the Bays? Let's find out. Let's pick it up at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. The Bays leading at that stage by 8 points.
The players around the ball at the moment. Norwood have added 2 points, and so have the Bays in the opening 8 minutes of this second quarter. Hind dispatches the handball. Neagle it was that kicks it back towards Roberts in front. Gardner to the back, gets a fist on it. Only as far as Taylor from a standing start. Hooks towards goal. It's gone close. It's gone good. Oh, great shot from King Taylor. A much needed goal to Norwood. Their second. Taylor kicks his first. 2-4 now Norwood. Trial Glenelg 2-6.
That was a brilliant goal. Neville Roberts looking a little bit worse for wear, but he always looks exhausted even when the game starts. But Taylor, who's playing centre, had wandered down into the forward division, possibly a little frustrated that his team couldn't kick goals. Got it, one kick, hooked around the corner, went in high, just across the line for a goal, and Norwood certainly needed it. They trail by 2 points.
Approaching the 9-minute mark of the second quarter, the difference now is just 2 points. Taylor again working hard, tries to push it back. McDermott stops that, and again there'll be a bounce. So a very interesting encounter here, a vital one for Norwood, coming off 4 losses straight. And to try and restore a little bit of confidence, and of course their place in the 5 is at stake at the moment. A win to Woodville today and a loss to Norwood would see them slip out of the 5. Working hard was David Kernahan, but can't gain any distance with the kick. Henwood can with a thump. Tanner the chance. Needs support back there. Runs into Copping. The handball is out wide. Ross goes to the ground. This gives Copping the opportunity. Swings out of trouble delightfully onto the left foot. The short pass is intended for Tony Hall. Look at the speed of the young man, but he's robbed of it by Warhurst, and Warhurst took a very heavy knock. The umpire says it was a bit high. He's as tough as old boots as Tom Warhurst. Well, he's playing very well at centre-half back. This is kick number 7, and he's put Norwood into attack.
The wind has strengthened, no question about that, favouring the end to which the Legs are kicking. Michael Ace through the half-forward line, lost his footing, and the ball. In goes McFarlane. Chance for Simons to clear towards centre wing. Well done, Taylor. Down he goes in a screaming heap, and the umpire will come in to bounce. What a day for the soap manufacturers. A bounce down, or maybe it'll be a ball up. I don't think they get much higher. They try to bounce it. Up it goes. Carey against Hind, hooked into by Neve, in towards full forward. Gardon comes to meet it, has to get rid of it. Over the top is Roberts, and the umpire says it's a high tackle. And I think that's the only way we're going to stop numerous ball-ups this afternoon. Cruz has plenty of time to look. The kick is not all that good. Michael Ace winds up with it. He drives it back towards Cruz, gets the fly away. All up, none down. McIntosh cleverly. Neve into the right forward pocket, joined by Neagle. McFarlane goes with him towards the line, and the ball is out of play in the right forward pocket.
20 metres, 25 metres perhaps around from the Norwood goal, and this breeze certainly has strengthened in the last 5 or so minutes. The end of which Norwood are kicking in this second quarter. Up high at the back was Maynard, got a hand on it, but put it straight out of play again. So the difference at quarter time was 8 points in favour of the Bay. A goal to Norwood. seen that lead reduced to just 2 points at the moment. Carey used his body well, and what a brilliant first quarter he had. Cruz takes it clear. Simons into the space. Gets a nice bounce. Now he's got no one to kick it to at all. Has to hold on to it, wait for somebody to come to him. Copping finally gets close. The kick to him. Copping tunnels it back, but into lend support to Pike went Ross. Copping did beautifully well out of that. Somehow got it to Hodgman. Hodgman puts it over the top for Marshall, who he tried to thump it forward. Coming across as Reid, met very, very heavily and very high, and he'll take the free at centre wing. So the Bays did well then. They were outnumbered, but still retained possession. The pass from Reid has found Maynard at centre half forward. McDermott is loose and wants it, but now he's being covered. Warhurst got to him, so did Hall. Seabohm on a lead, at the back Murdoch. Thought about going off and then decided to hold his ground, and that in itself is a difficult thing in these conditions.
Murdoch puts it up for Pike. Copping with a set. Pike in front. The first to recover will be Tanner, and Ross, he'll need his backup support. Gets it from Taylor. Out goes the pass towards the half-forward line. Guard on meter, but leaves it behind. Conceding ground is Gibbs. Off goes Maynard with him, but the umpire said a push in the back, and the free kick goes to Ross Gibbs in defence. Gibbs has got Carey right across goal, but he's going to be covered by Neve. 10th kick, Gibbs. Always plays well, mostly. Hall, big fella's been paid to mark. Gives it back to Hine. Gives a chance. Neve, he's got it. He's got it in the mud, about 35 metres out in front of goal. Not going to be easy. He's already booted one, but he's got to plough his way through that very deep mud to kick the ball, and that's extremely difficult. He can't even find a patch of turf there where he can get a decent run. So that 35 metres is probably closer to 55 under the circumstances. The kick away is looking good. It's touch and goes to goal. His second, and the legs hit the front. 3-4, the visitors 2-6, Glenelg.
Boy, it is difficult to kick goals out there, particularly from that spot that Simon Neve was. It is very, very muddy indeed there. But he did well. The mark was a good one after the kick from Hine. Hine just seeing Neve at the last minute, thought about thumping it long, then saw the little fella. Fine mark, good goal. Legs are in front, 3-4. Glenelg 2-6, the difference is 4 points.
Moving up on 14 minutes at the centre bounce. It's going to be Hall against Carey. Line ball. Carey finished up with it, but it got it down to Taylor. Michael Ace. In there with him is McIntosh now. Wants a handball out. Down he goes in a heap. In goes Cruz. Searching for it now. McIntosh as well. Murphy in the action with Roberts, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again. Centre half forward. Still in that glue pot. Carey cleverly taps it out into the path there of Cruz. He lost the footy. Well done, Neve. He in turn lost it. Neagle goes in hard, and the umpire will come in and ball it up again.
Centre half forward. 15 minutes into the second quarter. Norwood in front by 4 points. Carey again uses the body and then flips it over his head back to McFarlane, who attempts to soccer off the ground. Maynard, Peter Maynard that is, for the Bays, picks it up cleverly, but a good smother. And the ball is burnt from Neve, that was, and the ball has been forced out of play. Good defensive work by Simon Neve. And some good attacking work as well. He's already booted 2, Norwood's 3. Carey doing tremendous work. Got to the front, got a short kick away. McIntosh swoops on it. Wants to get a handball off. He's forced back on the left. Simons tackles from behind. And the kick from McIntosh hasn't covered much distance and has gone straight in the arms of Salisbury. 15-metre penalty, now make that 30. Ace is trying to apply the tag to Salisbury, who has only succeeded in cutting 30 metres. Salisbury's kick is to centre wing. Warhurst playing a great game at centre half-back. Flew brilliantly. Thomas in trouble, gets a low one to Hine. Strong tackle, brilliant tackle, McDermott. And that's a facet of his game that is very, very good indeed. His tackling is superb. In fact, what a season he's having.
Have to agree with that. To Simons, thump clear. Marshall on the left leg. Uses Hodgman. Out goes Seabohm. Also Copping. Hall. Copping over the top. Might be too far out to score, although he's only 35 metres. Should make the distance from there, even with the heavy ball. Seabohm guarded there by Baum. Off he goes now. Beautifully put, but it's been intercepted by Marshall. I don't know that Seabohm was going to make the grade in any case, but it is Marshall that's nicked in front, taken the mark. He's 25 metres out in front. David Marshall, one of the best kicks in league football. That's on a run, on a standing start. We're going to find out. Down by 4 points, taking plenty of time into the breeze. Kick number 7. That's home, his first. The Bays resume the lead, 3-6 to 3-4. At the ball up, Hall gets the tap away. Very difficult to get it out, and the umpire will repeat his performance. Just slightly off centre. It's the only dry patch in the whole of the centre square, and it's almost like a runway there's been made for the players to run up. Hall thumps it towards the half-forward line. Maynard getting back in defence, looks for the running Murphy, caught on the left leg, but he still gets distance up towards Hall on the half-forward line. Scanlon does well to fish it away from that player. Hodgman gets it out. Big Hall lumbers after it. He's looking for a more elusive player to get to the ball. The handball wasn't all that good. Gives Hodgman. Now David Kernahan dropping short. FAD. Down goes Kernahan. Foolish football. Copping's got the ball, not confident of making the distance. Hodgman runs through the play, trying to get it back again. He will still give it to Hodgman. Hodgman is still clear. Copping doesn't want him. He's going to put it up for Seabohm. Over the top, it's Hall. Easy mark in the end. He didn't even come over the top. It was almost that Seabohm was up and down before he got off, and Hall took the easy chest mark behind. Has kicked the goal. The Bays by 2 points. The Bays by 8 points. 4-6 to 3-4. Tom Action on the Sevens big lead.
Yes, I'm afraid that it was Tom Warhurst that made the bad mistake. Kernahan was hit high and late, and the free kick was paid downfield. Then the pass, searching again for Seabohm, a little long for him, but not for Tony Hall. He's a fine player, Tony Hall. He's kicked 2 now. The Bays go further ahead there. 4-6 to 3-4.
Maynard in ruck against Carey. Carey gets the second tap, but can't get it out. And once again, the players lie on top of the ball, and it's another ball up. Umpire Campbell does just that. Maynard against Carey. Carey's probably got the tap to McDermott. Didn't get a great deal of distance from there. Almost Warhurst. Now David Kernahan with a chance. McDermott. Face on the goal. Puts it up now for Copping. Pike back there with him. Quickly now it's Maynard. Shoots in towards goal. Marshall should get back there. Later was their goal! Brilliantly done, David Marshall. Threatened by a shirt front from a goalpost. Just got his left leg to it. Boots his second. The Bays 5-6. The legs 3-4.
Great football then for the Bays, and brilliant stuff for Marshall. Somehow picked his legs up. Maynard had got it forward. Marshall pulled his legs out of the mud, got there under great pressure from Craig Baum, threw the ball to his boot, and he's banged it through. The Bays are doing well now. They've opened up a substantial lead. 5-6 to Norwood 3-4.
Yes, David, 3 goals in 3 minutes as Carey gets yet another tap away to the half-forward line. Over there is McDermott. Kernahan goes in for the Shepherd. Anderson high tackle and legged as well. And he's got to get a free kick for one of them, and it's going to be the high tackle. Anderson on the half-back line to put the legs into attack, and they've got to do some quick attacking. They're down by 14 points as they go towards Hine. The big fellow up and down without the footy. Quickly in now, there's Neagle. Got it over Taylor. Taylor puts it out in front of Ace. Ace with him there as his shadow in Salisbury, but it's Cruz that comes out with a footy back to Gibbs, and the Bays repel the attack.
Gibbs's kick is towards centre wing, taken by Maynard. Heads off, coming into his own now in this second quarter. The kick is high towards half forward. Pike did well at the back. Just wait on umpire Campbell. It appeared as though there may have been a push in the back, but that was not paid to Murdoch. And there'll be a bounce at centre half forward. For the Bays, 3 goals in as many minutes has turned this game around. Marshall throws himself into the fray. Can't work it clear. Scanlon was in there for Norwood, and again umpire Campbell will throw it up. Centre half forward, right on the edge of the square. Warhurst takes it, slips as he got a boot on it. McDermott works hard, tries to get it forward and does. Soccer off the ground, gives an opportunity for Hodgman. Hodgman swings it back to Copping. Copping tried to get it on, but Murdoch intercepted. His kick is to open spaces. Who's going to be first there? Mead from the left, Maynard from the right. Mead kept his eye on the ball and did it well, but his kick is well spotted by Maynard. Close to the line, out of play now. But that was good football. Two committed footballers. One was Mead, the other was Maynard. And then a lovely smother from Peter Maynard has forced this throw in. Carey against Hine, 22 minutes gone. Neve again in the action, or Taylor had it and lost it. McDermott swoops on it, kicks it forward. Marshall almost with fingertip control. Ross on the ground, got it back in Brenton Maynard area. Players go in fiercely, none can get it clear. So 22 minutes gone, Glenelg lead by 14 points.
No place for the timid out there. McIntosh went in hard. Henwood against Maynard. Chance Reid on the left leg, puts it up now for Copping. Beautifully put, Philip Reid. And Copping has got it 30 metres out, running with the flight of the ball. It was perfectly placed, gave him every chance, and he's got it in front. The Bays 3 and 3 minutes through 18 through 20 minutes. 3 and 3 minutes through 18. Yes, I got that right. 18 to 20 minutes. And now another one would make it awkward for Norwood. 8th kick, and it's his second goal. 6-6 Glenelg, 3-4 Norwood.
Well, at half-time, the Bays led 6-8 to 3-4. Norwood still in the game. Let's see if they can stay in it. We pick up the action 10.5 minutes into the third quarter. The Bays leading by 28 points.
Some moves. They've got Lester Ross in attack as Reid comes off the ground. It looks like it could be a shoulder or an arm. Not good news for the youngster, doing so well. Got his chance in senior football, and he was making the most of it. Paul. Kidney will replace him. The Bays are fortunate. They've got a ready-made replacement on the interchange bench. Kidney, a rover, comes into the action, and he gets his chance in the middle of this third quarter. Meanwhile, 8-8 to 4-4 back at the ranch. Paul in front. Carey gets the roundhouse right to it. Can't get the distance. Gee, there's a few arms and legs out there. How do you try to sort it out? And a free kick is going the way of Glenelg, and it'll be taken by Snout McFarlane, or is it going to be Super? The big fellow gets it. Towards centre wing, well put to Hodgman. Looking for a lead. Out comes Copping. Beautifully put, Kim Hodgman. Kernahan wants it. Kernahan gets it. Oh, not quite. He's got to work hard for it now. Scanlon under pressure. Quickly in now goes Copping again. The handball was bad. He knew it and had to atone for his mistake.
Gee, they were home if it was okay. If the handball had been spot on as it should have been, Kernahan had a paddock to go forward in. Throw up. Hine. McIntosh threads it clear. That's a beautiful handball. Weiss had it slide off the end of his toe. Thomas dishes it out wide to Payne. Payne on that left foot will go short. Neve, well done McFarlane. Got back brilliantly. Payne in the back. He'll take it at half forward. Albeit a little lucky, David Payne has it. Roberts off on the lead. No Garden hanging onto his jumper. Michael Taylor almost. Gibbs from behind. It's Neve that gets it over the top. Anderson run down. Strong tackle. Taylor loses it also. At the bottom there, working hard was Maynard, and umpire can hear all bounce. 8-8 the Bays, 4-4 Norwood. Tit for tat at the moment. Although the Bays in command with that 28-point lead.
Yes, David, and Norwood doesn't look like pegging it back at the moment. Glenelg playing too well. David Payne couldn't get the kick away. The ball comes in now towards Taylor. Roberts against the tide, under pressure. Likewise, Scotty Salisbury, down he goes. And umpire Kadir just shakes the head. Can't do much about it, fellows. We'll have to ball it up. 8-8 plays 4-4. 13 minutes gone, second half. The bodywork of Hall is in there. The kick doesn't go away. Neve against Salisbury. And an action replay of the other ball up.
Salisbury, who was given the job today of minding Michael Aish, has done it pretty well. Aish hasn't exerted much influence on the game, but he's done a couple of nice things. Kick now by Maynard. Only as far as Tanner. Tanner's kick towards half forward, searches for Roberts. Hold without it, must get it. Holding on the arm. Bays
The grab was there, and it was an excellent kick by Roberts to get it through. They're kicking into the breeze, which has strengthened since that second quarter. It was a high kick. It started to float away, but got it through, and he's booted 2 for Norwood in this third quarter, and they're very valuable indeed.
Hine did well. Norwood into attack again. Neve, it is that puts it out wide. Look, Payne out in front. Easy mark. Roberts and Garden behind play. The kick from Payne is into the square. Big John Hall went one-handed. Garden back to assist, should run it through and does. Rush point with them to Norwood. They're 5-5. Glenelg are 8-8. Just in the last few minutes, things have started to happen for Norwood.
Yeah, I also get the impression things are going to happen too, strength-wise. Starting to get a little toey. Michael Ace up there. Kernahan at the back. That was a fine mark. Kernahan and no one at centre wing. Off goes Hall now. Getting back to the flight was Maynard. Hall, now Thomas for Norwood. Lost his footing, which might have been fortuitous. Hall goes again, taps it cleverly, but it was to Warhurst. Hall can't get rid of it. He ploughs through the sand. That one seems to approval of the Bay supporters, as holding the ball is given to Henwood. Well, Henwood hasn't kicked over his mark by a streak, but the umpire chose to ignore it. In towards Hall again. Scanlon comes across, lost the football. Kidney now got it from Copping, shot into a Seaboom! Well, I like to think that he passed it, but I have to say that I would query whether he did or he didn't. He was caught on the left leg. He may have done it. Irrespective, the Bays have got a goal. One that they needed. Seaboom's first. 9-8 plays 5-5. Great action on Sevens Big League.
Well, I saw Neil Barr launch himself from his seat when that free kick was paid against Warhurst for holding the ball. Started there, and there's a bit of how do you do at the moment between Warhurst and Henwood at centre-half forward, but it started from there. The Bays went into attack, and it's finished with a goal. And when the goal was kicked, Barn got up from his feet again and pointed straight at umpire Kinnear. Anyhow, the goal is registered. The Bays are 9-8, Norwood are 5-5.
I agree with Neil Baum. I thought the situation was a play-on affair, but the umpire disagreed. Hine in ruck now. The ball comes back towards McFarlane, conceding ground, but gets around nicely to give Marshall the opportunity, centering on the outer side. Hodgman is the running player, ran into the snooker, but chips out the pass. Simons, the Bay starting to run again. Simons was off, no question about that at all, but the umpire is going to allow him to take the kick. Simons half forward, right flank. Out goes Seaboom again. He's going to give him the chance, or is he? Nicking in front is Thomas, and he's got the ball at centre half back. Anderson is grandstand side. He runs it to McIntosh. He's going to get himself into trouble. Now Ross. Taylor. Good tackle put on in there by McDermott. Off balance, he kicks, but doesn't kick well, and it's taken by Murphy in defence.
Good strong mark it was too at centre-half back. Norwood having trouble with that centre-half forward spot. Not that Murphy's been a brilliant player, but he's certainly been a stopping player. Murphy goes straight down the middle of the ground. Henwood launches himself in the air, couldn't control it. Attack forward by Marshall, finds Maynard. Maynard now a high one, back towards the square. It's on behind the play as Hall almost takes the mark. Played the call to play on now. Is getting out of trouble as Seaboom. Back to Simons, has a pot shot at the goals. It's going close, drifting across the face. And Henwood and Warhurst continue their battle behind play. A point to the Bays, move them to 9-9. Norwood at 5-5 have gone past 18 minutes of the third quarter.
It's a ripper too, David. Toe-to-toe job. As Barb kicks out before anyone touches it, and it's a penalty free kick to Hodgman. Norwood are rattled. Kidney, good mark. Loose checking. Some Norwood player didn't pick up Kidney. I'm not sure whether he's on the ball or whether or not he's resting in the forward pocket. Irrespective, he's got the free kick, or at least the mark, and a free kick at goal. 45 metres out. The kick is going to be struggling for distance. Up goes Pike. Thumps it in towards the pocket. Scanlon through. McDermott joins him. In there is Taylor as well. Go towards the line. Kidney into the pocket, and it's out of play on the right forward line. The throw in about 25 metres around. Plays by plenty really in the low-scoring game. 9-9 to 5-5.
Free kick. Which way is it going? It's going Glenelg. Now it was impossible for us to tell from here which way. It was Warhurst and Maynard. Tom doesn't look too happy, but Henwood's got it. They had a toe-to-toe about 3 minutes ago. Henwood was certainly making the distance here. The big fella's booted one in this corner already. Fires in with the drop punt. He's pushed it a little. No, he's got it. Kick number 9 is his second goal. The Bays go further ahead. The big boost has kicked 2. 10-9 the Bays. 5-5 Norwood. Top action on the 7's big lead. Into the third quarter, centre bounce, Hine against Carey. Hine wins. McFarlane takes it. The Bays go back into attack again, but this one's been thwarted by Justin Scanlon. Scanlon, who's worked hard all day, gets it off to Ross. Ross has got to concede ground, then comes out wide. The lead is from Anderson. With him is David Kernahan. Anderson in trouble, gets it back in the direction of Warhurst. Eludes the tackle from Henwood and then boots it towards centre half forward. Keith Thomas in front, good mark. Thomas wants to get on with it quickly. Taylor's loose in the centre of the ground. It's not Taylor at all, it's Tanner. Tanner goes long, chance for Roberts. Can he get there? Out in front of Garton. Swings around. Clavey wants it next. Well, Roberts unloaded. Down the ground goes Clavey. And players stack up. Garton was very severe on Neville Roberts then. And again, good defensive work by the Bays. They seem to be out of position, but then have the ability to cover. Carey pushes it close to the line. Simons can't control it. 10-9 Glenelg, 5-5 Norwood. 21.5 minutes into the third quarter.
It's been a tough quarter, but a good one for the Bays. No question that they're outplaying the visitors, and Norwood desperately needing this win. And here's one man that's helped the Bays, Carey. Murphy, all conceded ground, going through strongly and getting legged and taking a free kick or not. No. And that's Murphy, who might have been unlucky there not to get a free kick for a trip, but the umpire's going to ball it up on the edge of the square for the legs. Ball in against Carey. Carey thumps it out. Kidney back in defence, tries to hook it round the corner. McFarlane's there. He hasn't got the footy. The umpire doesn't see it, and the ball will be thrown in. Left full forward pocket. 5-5 to 10-9. 22 minutes gone. Murphy's limping. I would think they just about took his leg off at the knee. Hine got his body in, but what's going on here? The umpire's going to give a free kick to Norwood. Carey must have taken him down. When the big fella used his body, he went to ground. Hine went with him, and umpire Ross Campbell being quizzed by Super as to what and why for. But he's lost the footy, and a free kick goes to Neil Hine, 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. Well, the legs would love one right now. Hine started at centre half forward. He's had the run in ruck, as you would expect. And the kick is spot on, I think. Goal, his first. The legs come back. 6-5, they trail Glenelg 10-9.
I'd like to know the answer that umpire Campbell gave Peter Carey when he was questioned about that free kick. For the life of me, I couldn't sort it out. But anyhow, it's been paid, and Hine has kicked his first. It's an important one as we approach full time of this third quarter. It's brought Norwood back now to 28 points. I know under these conditions that that's a lot, but it may just give them the edge to come back very hard in that last quarter.
I agree, David. They're pushing wind uphill. Hine gets up high, can't get it out. Forced in towards Clavey. Or is it Clavey? No, it was Murdoch. Kicks towards the half-forward line. Salisbury in front. Thomas gets it towards Gibbs. Gibbs to the line. Now Neve is a chance. He's well clear. If he can pick it up, they've got a chance. Gibbs has got to go chase him. Ducks inside the tackle. Gives it back now. Here's a chance. Tanner, 45 metres out. Puts it on its way. It's going to be short. Cruz almost one-handed. Murphy as well. Quickly in is Michael Ace. Great tackle put on him. But umpire Kinnear will come and ball it up right on the edge of the leg square.
6-5 Norwood, 10-9 the Bays as we go almost to full time in the third quarter. Bounce on the end of the line. Hine. Neve tried to. Chance for Payne. I think he might have got it. Yes! Oh, David Payne. Great goal. Just what Norwood needed. He's kicked his first. 7-5 the legs. 10-9 the Bays. Top action on 7's big league.
Well, the legs making a bit of a dart. All afternoon they've been struggling in the forward lines to find that elusive player that can get clear and kick a goal. And David Payne, who came on as an interchange player during this quarter, got his first goal, his fifth kick.
Well, this could be building to a great finish. We're into time on now of the third quarter, and the difference is 22 points. Moving up to time on, in fact. Norwood go back into attack. They've kicked 2 in about 3 minutes. Chance out here. Anderson had it past him. The handball had come from Taylor. Kick forward. Tony Hall leads well. Did he keep it in play? No. So just when Norwood looked to be going forward strongly, a bad handball from Taylor has let the Bays off the hook, and they're into attack. Henwood will compete against Warhurst. They've had a battle royal all day. Henwood strong, so is Tom for that matter. Neither can get it clear. Umpire can either throw it up. 22 points now the difference. Henwood to McDermott. His handball is a wild one. McIntosh finishes with it. Gets a hurried kick forward. Clavey in front of Murphy. Forced at the finish to get a fist on it and put it out of play.
Pretty tough getting through the mud there. The curator has put a lot of sand on there, trying to soften the impact. Anderson, Airy, Payne, Murphy, Payne again. The umpire will have to ball it up. 10-9 to 7-5, and we are into time on the third quarter. Glenelg by 22 points. They led by that margin at half-time. The umpire said he didn't have the football. Gave it Kernahan's free kick. Kernahan going in for kick number 13. It's a long one to the half-forward line. Setting himself up there, almost taking the mark, coughing. Through goes Hall. Brilliantly done. Heads towards goal, but he's well offline. In fact, kicks out on the full, and the penalty will be taken in defence by Craig Barr.
That's some brilliant work, Tony Hall. Just forced his way through there, that pack with great strength. Fortunately for him, and the Bays is offline. So Barr will take the kick in. We'll go to the outer side. The ground bathed in sunlight just at the moment. It's a powerful looking kick from Barr. It's covered about 55-60 metres. Mark has been paid. I think it's a little lucky. It's Big Seaver that's got it. Just forward of centre wing. He'll thump the Bays back into attack. Ninth kick coming up for Peter Carey. Seabohm off on a lead, and he's heading in that direction. He's got front spot, Seabohm. Barham Lake gets a fist on it. McDermott at the bottom of the pack, and he's banging it. Oh, well done, Chris McDermott. 14 kicks. His first goal. Into time on. The Bays get their 11th. 11-9. Norwood are 7-5.
Well, at three-quarter time, the Bays led 11-10 to 7-5. The Redlegs were facing 5 losses in a row. Could they get up and win it? Let's see. We'll pick up the play. 1.5 minutes into the last quarter, the Bays leading by 28 points.
Pushes it on to Taylor. Here's a chance now for Norwood. Taylor goes long, breeze at his back. Roberts getting back. He's got it. Oh, superb mark from Neville Roberts. A good penetrating kick from Taylor. And this is the one that they were looking for. Roberts booted 2 in the third quarter. Was very aggro in that third quarter, particularly when that free kick was paid against Warhurst to Henwood, and it resulted in a Bay goal. 2 on the mark as Robert lines up. Point blank range, 45-degree angle. Could well decide the destiny of the Norwood club in '86 as the kick goes through. 3 to Roberts. Fine performance since half-time. Can Norwood come back? 8-6 now to the Bays, 11-10.
It is a big question, David. They'll have to play a lot better than they have been. They've been outplayed for 3 quarters by the Bays, but they've kept on hanging in there. Roberts, as you say, since half-time has been a force. Gartner had done extremely well up until that time, but now Roberts has got 3. On that occasion, when the ball went in long, Hall was short for the lead, but he chose to go long, and Roberts, a fine mark, a good goal, and now down by only 20 points.
3 minutes into the last quarter as Hall leaps over the top of Carey. McIntosh caught. Held to him, says umpire Campbell. No opportunity to get rid of it, and just have a look at it in there. He's going down. Yes, he's coming up too. He had mud from top to bottom at three-quarter time. They did a good repair job on him, and then in the first 3 minutes he's in it again. Free kick has been paid. It'll go to Chris McDermott in the centre. Bays into attack. McIntosh throws it crudely back to him, but McDermott's got it. Still, that ball looks pretty light as it goes towards half-forward. Simons almost butters up after it. Chance for Murdoch. Run down by Hodgman. Hodgman's played pretty well today. He's got into the spaces. He's had 12 kicks and 6 handballs, 18 possessions to three-quarter time, and that's a pretty mean feat. Throw up at centre wing. This time Murdoch gets boot on it, but it's been smothered. McIntosh needs help. The handball, Simons left it behind. Anderson the chance. Norwood go forward. On a lead is Hine. Almost a push. Nobody got hand on it. At the back, Gibbs does the mopping up. plays it off to McFarlane. McFarlane goes short to Maynard, and the ball bounced on the line. No, over the line. Well, the Glenelg supporters had a good look at it. They were straight in line of it, and you can hear by their reaction that they thought it was out of play, that they thought it was in play, rather. As Payne's kick is towards full forward. Good mark in defence. And Ian Salisbury's done a pretty good job on Michael Ace today.
He certainly has. He's kept Michael Ace to the stage where he's just a useful player, and that's a very hard thing to do. Kernahan, half back line, edges Glenelg out of defence towards centre wing. Marshall, Henwood, the ball is out of play this time, and I think the crowd will probably agree.
Ace, in fact, has been restricted, Ian, to 6 kicks and just 2 handballs.
Not a lot for Michael Ace, who's a 30-touch-a-game player. A throw in at centre wing. Bodies go in, nothing happened. Taylor through, well tackled by Hodgman. McDermott in, Anderson over the top. Maynard there as well. McIntosh waits the outcome, and the umpire will have to ball it up. 11-10 to 8-6, only 22 points the difference. And Norwood kicking with the breeze, which has freshened. Conditions still very difficult as players have to plough through the mud. Ball is farmed out now to McIntosh. He got it from Neve. Ace drives a long one in. 7th kick right up towards Horine over the top. Can't get there. Out comes Gibbs. Has to go for the safety of the line. Clavey will get there first. He's well shepherded. Clavey hasn't got it now. In goes Hodgman. They go for the safety of the line, the Bays, and that's where it ends. Out of play in the left full forward pocket for the length.
Throw in about 40 metres around from their goals. Another one here would certainly brighten proceedings up. 6 minutes gone. If they could get one now, it would reduce the deficit to about 16 points. McDermott takes it as Craig Woodlands warms up on the sideline. His kick is towards centre wing. Henwood! Tom Meyer. Tom Warhurst has swapped his number 44. He got a bit dark, a bit dirty. He's currently wearing Craig Kelly's number. That's 28. It didn't stop Henwood. Simons a chance on the ground, 3-1. Simons will get it over the top to Henwood. Marshall should get it next. No, he's ignored him. Gone to centre half forward, looking for Tony Hall. Flying to Scanlon. On the ground, the opportunity for Copping, left it behind. Coming out with it finally was Justin Scanlon, but umpire Campbell's whistle had blown, and there'll be a bounce at centre half forward.
In fact, it's a throw up, David. Henwood. Unloaded there was Hall. Hodgman goes in hard. At the bottom of the pack is Thomas, and another ball up at centre half forward. 11-10 to 8-6. Mrs. Cruz. Hodgman. A high one towards the half forward line. Simons against the tide. Great mark taken there by Copping. Had the galloping herd coming down on him. Kept his eyes on the ball all the time, and has taken the mark about 35-40 metres out. No certainty. Heavy conditions kicking into the breeze. But gee, a goal here would make it very awkward for Norwood indeed. The guard in the goal square just making sure that Seabohm doesn't dart off. The kick away by Copping, coming back. Oh, what a goal! Brilliantly done, Stephen Copping, his fourth. That could be game, set and match now. 12-10 Glenelg, 8-6 the legs.
Been a fine player today, Stephen Copping. He really has worked hard all day. Kicks are difficult in attack, and to kick 4 goals in these conditions is a great effort. And Jolly didn't work hard there against the tide, and a superb chest mark. 4 goals, testimony to a great performance. Bays in front, 12-10, Norwood 8-6.
Ball against Carey. Once again, Carey the tap. McIntosh into the mud. He's going to get a free kick for holding on. Hasn't been a big day for Gary. Kick number 8 coming up. Not one of his better days as he gets this one over to Scanlon. Goes out wide. Simons almost. Payne couldn't. Neither could McFarlane. Simons throws it out to McDermott. The running player there. Oh, running to duck the chutney. And the free kick goes to Kidney, or is he going to ball it up? If you'll ever let him go, you'll get a kick. Once again, we see ducking into trouble, but the umpire ruled in favour of Kidney, who kicks a long one towards the half-forward line, considering it's into the breeze. Henwood almost again. Quickly back there was Clavey, or was it Clavey? Yes, a free kick to that player for hanging on at centre half-back.
Brendan Clavey now. First kick for the afternoon, came on in the 3rd quarter. Puts it towards centre wing. Little Neve in front, went one-handed. Payne. Oh, handball it straight to Simons. But I'll never Simon's back to half forward. Henwood strongly. Clavey also has his jumper ripped off him. Kidney gets out of it with strength, but it's been smothered by Murdoch. Simon's off for the bays. Woodland's on. Throw in at half forward. Clavey goes back to centre half forward. Very loud and enthusiastic Glenelg stand, so they ought to be. The lead currently is 28 points. McDermott to Hodgman, to Maynard, to David Kernahan, Copping short. Longer is Tony Hall with him 5. Hall in front, chance for Woodland's on the ground. Over it goes, but the umpire's seen a free. It's going the Knowles way, and Craig Woodlands will take it. He's just come onto the ground in his first action, and he's picked up a free and a kick. 10 minutes into the quarter. Well, this is a vital one. It could spell the end for Norwood. Currently down 28 points. Woodlands with his first kick for the afternoon. Stabs at it and kicks truly. Craig Woodlands won. Baum is terribly worried. 13-10 Glenelg lead Norwood 8-6.
Yes, the pitcher told the story. Baum was worried, and that was the result. 15-11 to 8-7. 5 successive losses for Norwood. Copping got 5. Seabohm, Henwood, Marshall and Hall 2 each for the Bays. Roberts got 3 and Neve 2 for the Redlegs. And after the game, Ian Day caught up with a couple of veterans, Rocky Roberts and Peter Carey.
Conditions were against you perhaps, Neville, but it's like the Norwood Oval, not a lot of run.
Well, in fact, that conditions were better than Norwood Oval, and of course Glenelg had to play in the same conditions we did. So on that count, it's been a very disappointing day, given what we had at stake today. Yeah,
you couldn't find a lot of playmakers to give you the run.
Well, I don't necessarily want to blame our utility players or our playmakers. I think just generally we're just not doing enough work around the packs. We're not winning the ball in the packs. Maybe we haven't got enough numbers at the fall of the ball. And possibly because, and really since the wet weather started, we've been a pretty ordinary side.
The Bays' resurgence to form, has it been your forward line, Henwood, Hall and co that have done it for you?
Yeah, I think they're working a lot better as a unit. We sort of struggled at centre-half forward and full forward during the year, and Tony Hall's been in magnificent touch. Wayne Henwood, second half today was tremendous, and Siebes is giving us something to kick to, and Stephen Copping in the pockets. He works so hard there, and that is working pretty well at the moment.
Peter, you're all dirty. Why don't you go and have a wash?
Thanks very much, mate.
Yeah, have a wash. Norwood down but not out. Don't write them off yet. Still 3 games to go. And World of Sport tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Join us because Neil Baum and Graham Corns will join us on World of Sport to talk about that particular game. After the break, we'll have a look at all the games from around Adelaide.